Greetings everybody, I'm Brazen Eagle and thank you for joining me here. So, today from Red State, anti-feminism has officially become more popular than feminism. Posted on July 17th, 2019. So, the day that was always inevitable has finally arrived. Despite the media, activists, Hollywood, and politicians all pushing it in everything from the news to the movies, feminism has never been able to achieve complete saturation within the populace. It was always coming off as entitled, unfair, and weak, all while trying to bill itself as a movement dedicated to building strong women who support equality. I doubt that. The public learned that equality was never the goal, and the pro-women aspect fell apart in the face of the way the feminist movement treated women who disagreed with it. Feminism was always at war with femininity, and women weren't into it for the most part, despite the media portraying it as some super popular movement. In fact, not only were women not into it, feminism created too many enemies with its abrasive behavior, nonsensical belief system, and asinine demands. Thus, anti-feminism has now become more popular than feminism, and what makes this even more delicious, is that BuzzFeed of all places has now had to recognize that fact. Mark DeStefano of BuzzFeed posted a tweet that shows some of the stats, putting the disbelief primarily on men. New polling for Hope Not Hate conducted by YouGov shows a third of young men aged 18 to 24 believe feminism is demonizing or marginalizing some men. A staggering 46% of Conservative Party members believe feminism has had a negative impact on society. Really? You sure about that? Say it ain't so. According to BuzzFeed, the group Hope Not Hate commissioned research to see where the idea of feminism lies with the populace, and the results caused them to think that we're slipping into the far right due to the acceptance of anti-feminism. The survey conducted by YouGov earlier this year found 33% of people between ages 18 and 24 agreed with the statement, "Feminism is to blame for making some men feel marginalized and demonized in society." Across all age groups, 42% of men felt that feminism was marginalizing and demonizing some men, while only a quarter of women agreed. Only a quarter? Wow. I want to take a moment here to point out that anti-feminism is not a far-right idea. In fact, anti-feminism is geared more towards believing in equality for the sexes than feminism is, which constantly attempts to garner more gains for women while denigrating men with accusations of patriarchal privilege and constant claims of sexism over things like air conditioning. It's ridiculously lazy to assume that any resistance to a leftist ideal, such as modern feminism, I would say all feminism, is a result of far-right plotting. In fact, most people believe that sexual equality is a great thing. They just reject feminism, as noted by the BBC, which found that 1 in 5 women in the US and UK identify as feminist, but that 8 in 10 believe in equality of the sexes. Feminism hasn't been popular to associate with, even when the third wave was in full swing a few years ago. I wonder why. Feminism has always been antagonistic in nature, and the constant denigration of society because it wasn't focusing on what the feminist agenda wanted turned people off. It even went so far as to make itself the hub of intersectionalism, making everything under the sun a woman's issue. Women have enough issues to deal with, they didn't need more. What's more, the fact that women who rejected feminist principles, even if it was the most minute, were lambasted and dragged over coals. Feminism stopped being something to sign onto and started being something to resist very quickly. And so both women and men walked away from the circus show. Well, not all of them. Feminism might not be dead, but not yet, but it does look corpse-like. Well, we'll see about that. So, oh boy. So I guess Red State is basically a Republican website, most of all. But Republicans are attempting to field basically the term anti-feminist as a win, as a pro-GOP thing, apparently. I'm going to break this down with the knowledge that all men should hear. let's begin. So, the very first thing that Red State posts, the very first sentence, "The day that was always inevitable has finally arrived." This just screams, we won! We won! What did we win? No one has won anything except for the consolation prize of a dying nation. What did you win? The people don't want to identify as feminism? Does that fix any issues? No, it don't. It doesn't at all. Now, even though this site states that feminism has not been able to achieve complete saturation, in reality, feminism has pretty much infiltrated everything that we once held with great pride, such as religion, for some, the military, and government. Feminist theories and influence are literally everywhere. It's almost difficult to find a place that hasn't been infiltrated just yet by feminism, which is just an offshoot of communism. But Red State does say that the public learned that equality wasn't feminism's end goal. And they also state that feminism being pro-woman was a lie because of how it treated dissenting females. But what this site, Red State, or Republicans in general don't understand is that the public always understood that feminism was never about equality. For example, first wave feminism gave women the right to vote without any responsibility compared to men. How is that equal? Of course it's not. Society just accepted that, said, screw it, who cares? We don't want equality, but we'll make it look equal. Second wave feminism came, and women, especially white women, were given affirmative action, which was stolen from black men. How is equality achieved if you legally discriminate against men? Feminism was never about equality. Now, the article quickly follows up and states that feminism was always at war with femininity, and women weren't really into that. You know, I really wouldn't look at feminism like that. Being at war with femininity is merely an action taken from or by feminism. No. Part of feminism advocates for women to be free of any and all responsibility. This includes maintaining and being feminine. The destruction of responsibility for women was always the end goal of feminism. If women didn't have to be feminine, then they most likely wouldn't be. If they don't have to be, they probably won't. Have you seen women that choose to not be feminine? Ooh. Now, Red State says that the term anti-feminism has become more popular than the term feminism now. This is all just moving labels. Women are only saying that they're anti-feminist because the term feminist drives men away. From the tweet here, it says from Mark DiStefano, a third of young men aged 18 to 24 believe feminism is demonizing or marginalizing some men. A staggering 46% of conservative party members believe that feminism has had a negative impact on society. You know why women don't identify as feminists? It's because women want to look good in front of men, because women want to give men a good impression in order to secure the resources of a man, whatever they may be. This could be attention, this could be some sort of wealth like money, status, power. By stating that a woman is a feminist, that just drives men away, and that wouldn't help women at all. Now, just because a woman doesn't call herself a feminist doesn't mean that she won't support feminist causes or goals that feminism has and will continue to complete. What a woman says is not always what she will do. Examine her actions to truly understand women. Now, in this case, for these anti-feminist women, are they actually against all waves of feminism, or just the most recent? Would these women give up their privilege of voting in elections, or get rid of affirmative action? I doubt it. These anti-feminist women are just now realizing that feminism will continue to drive away men. You gotta understand this about females. Women are chameleons. Some men are too, don't get me wrong. But women overall are chameleons, and they will do whatever it takes to secure the resources of an individual man or of men as a group. As a group, women do not contribute any money or any wealth to the government. All they do is take. Now, some are calling those who oppose feminism or anti-feminists are considered or labeled right now as far right. You know, that just goes to show you how far left we have gone. Now, define the far right. That can be a very difficult question to ask or define. Do you mean by stating far right that anti-feminists are neo-Nazis? Maybe some are, maybe some aren't. Or do you mean that by supporting anti-feminism, you support the model, or claim to support the model, of which our constitutional republic was founded on? The founding fathers of the United States of America made sure that women were not able to vote. There was a reason why they left women out of the Constitution. Were the founding fathers anti-feminists? Is that considered far right? Define far right. You know what? During the same time, the drafting of the Constitution, most men couldn't vote either. Now, according to the BBC, 1 in 5 women in the US and UK identify as a feminist, but 8 out of 10 women support equality of the sexes. This merely means that women will take the benefits of feminism without the identity of it. Why be part of a group when you can reap the benefits anyways? There's no need to be a part of that group if you get support from it or support it yourself. Now, this website, Red State, does claim that women who were opposed to feminist ideas and principles were ousted and lambasted. This is true. But feminism, whether you like it or not, is still a very powerful tool of the political left, despite Red State's idea that it is dying. Red State claims that women are walking away from feminism. I would argue the term feminism is only, of course, dying in name. The term feminism is becoming more and more of a turnoff, but a new name will, of course, come soon enough to replace and continue on with the anti-male agenda. Because at the end of the day, labels can merely be tools to use to divide and conquer people. That's all they are. With that in mind, though, thank you very much for watching. I'm Brazen Eagle, and I hope you have a great day.